Guys, in this video, we will learn how to log in with GitHub account in Laravel application. So let's get started with an example. So you can see that I already downloaded fresh Laravel application over here, okay, and set up the database Laravel underscore GitHub. And if you go to my PHP admin, then you can see that all the users table and all over here, okay. So set up properly, okay. And also I installed the Laravel UI, so that way log in, and you can see that register both link over there. You can see that. So if you don't know how to install Laravel UI with the Bootstrap, then already I captured the video a few days ago. So if you scroll down over here, let me show you that. Okay, so you can see that authentication using Bootstrap 5. Okay, so you can follow that. Now what we will do in this step, like after login, I will add one more button over here that's called login with GitHub. And when you click on it, you need to authorize and permission of GitHub, and then you will log in audit. Okay, so let's do it. Okay, so first of all, I will go to the developer account. I will add this link in description. So you can see that there is a developer account here. You need to click on new auth app. Okay, and all the apps that you already created in past, that will list over here. Okay, so click on the new. Okay, because we are going to create new. So I will say simply Laravel demo, and here I will be use localhost 8000. Okay, and then I will use auth, and callback URL we need to set it. Okay, so then I will say GitHub. Okay, and then I will say call back. Okay, so that means we added the callback URL. Once you give the permission, redirect on this URL. Okay, and simply click on registration. Okay, and you can see that it's generated client ID over here, so you need to just copy it. Okay, and go to your env file. Here I will be add, like that's called GitHub client underscore id. Okay, and you need to just put it. Okay, and same thing, you need to add the secret. So I will generate the secret from here. So I just need to give the permission. So wait a moment for that. Okay, verify. You can see that that generated the secret as well. So I simply copy this secret. Okay, and go here, and then I will say github underscore client underscore secret. Okay, and simply paste it. Okay, and save it. Okay, and then what we need to do the next. Okay, this GitHub account is done. Now what we need to do, simply go here into the Laravel documentation that's called Laravel Socialite. So first of all, we need to install that one. So I will copy it. Okay, and simply I will paste it over here and install that. So let's wait a moment to install. Okay, after install, if you scroll down, there is a configuration option for GitHub they already provided. So simply I will copy it. Okay, and go over here into the config, and there is services. I will simply paste it over here. So simply paste it. Okay, and we already set up the GitHub client ID, GitHub secret. So let me make sure that. Okay, and the next I will simply add call back underscore URL. Okay, so simply I will go here, and then I will simply do over here that's called env. Okay, and simply paste it. Okay, and here I will be set up the GitHub callback URL, so later I can use my dynamic. Okay, so local host colon 8000 slash auth github slash callback. Simply save it. Okay, now what I will do, simply I will create one more controller over here. So that's called like php artisan mac controller, and I will simply say GitHub controller. Okay, and now if you go here, that's created a GitHub controller, and let me go here and create one route over here. So I will create one route get, and I will simply say auth github. Okay, and simply I will add like GitHub controller colon class, and then I will simply say index method, save it. Okay, and give the name as well. So I will say name, and I will simply say GitHub auth. Simply save it. Okay, let me make it space over here. Okay, and if I go to the index method, let me go here and go to the controller GitHub controller, and here I will be create new method that's called index. Okay, and simply go here into the documentation. There is a, you can see here they already provide first you need to use facade. So I will copy it. Okay, and paste it over here, and then the next we need to redirect with the GitHub. So simply copy this and paste it over here. Okay, simply save it, and now let me go here and let me do it again. New route, that's called callback. Okay, and simply I will use callback method for it, and simply name will be removed because we are not going to use name. Okay, and simply create the callback method over here, and here I will say callback. Okay, next you can see that there is inside the callback, you need to just copy this. Okay, and I will simply paste it over here, and I will simply see what response I'm going to get. Okay, so simply save it. Okay, and now what I will do, simply go here and first let me use the namespace. So I will say GitHub controller and simply save it. Now if I go to the resource, okay, and auth, and there is a login, so what I will do, I will simply copy this. Okay, and here I will be add one button, so I will simply say air tag, and href I will simply define the route, so what we route created, so that's called github dot auth, and here I will simply say login with github. Save it. Okay, and let me add the class, so btn dark if it's work. Okay, simply save it, and let me run the application now. Okay, php artisan serve. Okay, now let me go here and I will simply refresh it. You can see that there is a one button login with GitHub. So you can make it more space as well. So like a empty2, so it will some spacing on top. You can see that. Okay, now it looks better. So you can use image as well, like login with GitHub. That is a beautiful design. So now let me click on that GitHub. Okay, and you can see that there is a redirect on GitHub account, and you need to authorize that. And if I click on authorize, okay, it will be redirect me on Laravel. You can see that, and that's redirect name, email, because we already, if you go here into the controller, we just print the object. So you can see that I can get the name, I can get the email address and ID as well. Okay, so what we will do the next, I will store this ID into our system. So if it's already exists, then we just need to redirect to the home page. Okay, login and home page. Now let me create migration for it. So I will say php artisan mac migration, and I will simply say add github id in users table. Okay, and now if I go here into the database migration, and there is a github id, so let me go and add table, and I will simply say string, and then I will simply say github underscore id, and then I will simply say nullable because maybe that first time it will be null. Simply save it and run the migration. PHP artisan migrate. Okay, and then I will do simply go here into the model, uses model, and here I will be define github id. Okay, and now into the github controller, what I will do first I will find the user. Okay, and simply user colon colon where, and I will simply say github underscore id, and I will say user id. Okay, and then I will say simply first. Okay, if it's fine, that means if there is a is not null. Okay, find user. Okay, if it's not null, that means if there is already exist, then what we need to do, simply auth login and simply find user, and simply redirect route, and I will simply redirect on the home page. So there is already name given home. Okay, simply home. Okay, and if there is not created, then what we will do, simply create find user, and I will simply use user colon colon update or create method. Okay, and then I will pass first argument will be the email. Okay, email will taken from the user. Okay, and email, if there is email already exist, then it will be update, otherwise created. Okay, so in this case I will say name. Okay, and user name. Okay, email, and I will also take the email from the user object. So I will say email. Okay, and then I will say github underscore id, that also taken from the user object. So I will say user id. Okay, and I will simply say password, and I will simply use encrypt, encrypt. Okay, and I will simply say one to hash. I will use the hash, so like hash mac, and randomly I'm setting the 12345 6 password for now. Okay, and now you can see that, and then same thing I need to redirect on home page after login. Okay, so simply copy and paste it over here. Okay, so you can see that over here, like if there is user is exist, then simply log in and redirect. If user is not exist, then what we will check, update or create. So that means, let me check the spelling is correct or not. Yeah, so now it's correct, update or create. So that means if email is already exists, then github id is only update on that. Okay, and if you can see here, like if email is not exist, then it will be create over here. Okay, and then log in with the auth, and then it's redirect. Okay, so simply save it. Okay, and now let's see. Okay, so first of all, let me use namespace. So I will use app models and user, and then I will simply auth, and also I will use hash. Okay, both I will use it. Simply save it. Okay, and simply if I go here and let me check it right now. Okay, so simply go here and let me localhost. So let me run the again the project php artisan serve. Okay, refresh it. Okay, and click on login. If I click on the login, okay, let's wait a moment. You can see that it's redirect with Hardik Savani, and if you go here and refresh it, you can see that ID is also updated over here. Okay, and it's created a new record over here. So let me log in and try it again. Okay, so let me go here, click on login, click with the redirect. You can see that it's redirect, so it's not asking twice, because first time it already asking for the authorization for this app. So now you can see that it's not create duplicate, because it's already here the id. Okay, so I hope guys you understand how easily you can do login with github account like this way. And if you like my video, then please subscribe my channel for more videos. Thank you so much for watching guys.